We've made it through our Europa League group, but victory against AC Milan at the San Siro will effectively secure top spot. Can we do it in a brand new episode of Big Bad Wolfsburg?
The Big Bad Wolf. The Big Bad Wolf.
Hi everyone, welcome back to the Force 9 YouTube channel. Welcome back to Big Bad Wolfsburg on Football Manager 2017. In today's video, two more games for you. We've got an away game against AC Milan, our penultimate game in the Europa League group, which we're already through in, but we beat them, will effectively be top. Also, we have a Bundesliga game against Stuttgart, but before those, let's have a look at the goals from the games off screen. Didn't start off the greatest. We actually started off with a loss, and it was a 1-0 defeat to Hertha. The only goal coming 33 minutes in, Haraguchi setting up Stuttgart with the goal. And we lost 1-0 to Hertha. Not a great start to our run off screen. We played Stuttgart in today's video, but we did face them in the DFB Pokal off screen. Took the lead in the 11th minute, Bernardeschi with a lovely run down the right flank and scoring past the goalkeeper to make it 1-0. In the first minute of the second half, Yunus Mali with an assist to Victor Osimhen. Just 25 seconds into the second half, it was 2-0. Berke Özcan scored a direct free kick in the 78th minute to pull a goal back for Stuttgart. In the 89th minute, we scored a third goal, Osimhen setting up Yunus Mali, finally scoring his first goal of the season. It's been a while coming, but he's finally done it, 3-1. In the first minute of injury time, Stuttgart scored again to make it 3-2. And it was a Mustafa Saymak with the assist for Green. 3-2, the final score. We were through in the DFB Pokal. Next up, we hosted Augsburg in the Bundesliga game. Took the lead in the 6th minute, Mario Gomez setting up Mali, who scored his second goal in as many games. Finally, he's coming good for us. In the 28th minute, we made it 2-0. Bernardeschi's cross was headed away, but into the path of Ridici Bezoa. Great half volley, and it was 2-0. Fantastic goal there by the Dutchman. 51 minutes into the game, Luis Gustavo received a straight red card, received his marching orders, and we were down to 10 men. But it didn't affect us too much, as in the 64th minute, we scored the third goal in the game. Paul Georgientep setting up Mario Gomez, ending his goal drought and making it 3-0, and that was the final score against Augsburg. Next up, we hosted AFC Bournemouth in our Europa League group. After a 3-2 win away at Dean Court, we took the lead 11 minutes in. Mali setting up Mario Gomez, making the first goal. Federici could have done better in goal. 42 minutes into the game, we made it 2-0. Mali with another assist and Gomez with another goal. These two linking up very, very well at the moment. It's 2-0 before half time. Bournemouth did improve in the second half and pulled a goal back in the 71st minute. Forestieri setting up Callum Wilson, making it 2-1. That was the final score, and that did send us through to the knockout stages of the Europa League. Next up was a difficult away game against Schalke, who took the lead 18 minutes into the game. Breolin Bolo with the goal. Not a great start by Wolfsburg there. 28 minutes into the game, we did again equalise. Muniain setting up Mario Gomez to make it 1-1. In the 47th minute, we did take the lead in the game. It was Carrillo with the assist and Joshua Gilavogi scoring his first goal of the season. A rare goal for the defensive midfielder, making it 2-1 to Wolfsburg. But 66 minutes into the game, Schalke equalised, made it 2-2. And it was a Choupo-Moting with the goal, Conor Plianka laying it off for the striker, making it 2-2. 72 minutes into the game, we retook the lead. Gomez with a great ball to Muniain, scoring the goal 72 minutes in to make it 3-2. Just a couple of minutes later though, Schalke equalised again. Great ball up to Choupo-Moting, scoring his second goal of the game. Final score, Schalke 3, Wolfsburg 3. What a game it was. So yeah, started off badly with that loss. That was a really disappointing performance. Just didn't create enough chances there. But the rest of the games we didn't lose. A great game against Schalke. Really fun game to play. We may not have won, but that was a lot of fun to play that game. Just action all the way through. And then some good wins. And we're through in the Europa League, which is really good. We've made it through the hardest part. Now we're in the knockouts. We'll see how far we can get. In the Bundesliga at the moment, we're in 5th place. We are quite a way behind Dortmund now. 9 points behind Dortmund. We're 7 behind Bayern. We're 2 behind Schalke and Bremen. We're currently level on points with Hamburg and Leipzig. So it's wide open at the moment in terms of the European positions, but we're not even halfway through the season yet. This is going very slowly. So just confirmation of where we are in the Europa League at the moment. Us and Milan both on 10 points. Bournemouth and Poznan drew against each other on the opening game week, but since then they've not won any of their games and not got any other points. So they're on 1 each at the moment, meaning that us and Milan have made it through, but now we face each other at San Siro, and it's just trying to work out who's going to win their group now, because I think whatever happens, I think we're both going to win our last games unless something weird happens. So whoever wins this match is effectively going to finish top, I think. But before that, we've got a home game against Stuttgart. We won 3-2 against them in the DFB Pokal. By the way, we've got our next draw, and it's against Union Berlin, who knocked out Dortmund in a big surprise in that one. Dortmund, top of the Bundesliga, crashing out early in the DFB Pokal, and they knocked us out last season, so a bit of just desserts there. Couple of players looking a bit jaded in the team, one of them being Rodriguez, who is in need of a rest, so we're not going to play him today. We're going to start Jan Horn on the left, we're going to leave Itter on the bench, also Chaglar's in need of a rest, we'll bring on Robin Knott for him. I'm going to go Bazoa over Arnold. Now we are almost at a clean bill of health. Luis Gustavo is injured, he's got a cold, so he's not actually going to feature today. But Blaszczykowski is back, and he should be able to play in the next game. De Jag is also back. The only player missing is Didavi, who's back in training, and he should be back any time soon, really. He's been out with knee tendonitis. He hopefully will be back for the Milan game. Now, Carrillo started against Schalke, but we're going to bring back Yunus Mali, who is starting to actually play really well. His last 3 games have all been brilliant. So he's back in today. Muniain and Bernardeschi out wide. We're going to leave Gomez up top. We can have a Simon back on the bench. He's done really well for the second team, and he scores against Stuttgart in that cup game. I feel like we should put one of these on the... I'm going to put De Jager on the bench, just so we have an option for that right-hand side. Bernardeschi's been kind of an average player, actually. Overall, he's averaged over 7, but his past few games have been okay. Like, not done anything wrong, but not made the massive contribution that I'd hoped for. Going to have Svirchenko on the bench as well. I think we'll leave it at that. I'm pretty happy with that. Rajkovic is doing very well in goal at the moment. He's not put a great deal wrong, so we're going to leave him in there. We're the favourites to get out there and impress me. Let's just ask a bit more of Mali, just more of the same. We can't do that, never mind. Let's just have a bit of faith. We should be winning this. Instructions wise, we're just going to turn off the tackling and just let them do what they want. That's going to be it there. Start the match, and let's hope for a win. Just making a tactical change. Gilavogue is going a bit deeper. In the instructions, we've made a couple of changes here as well. No highlights, and we're 25 minutes in. Not really what I wanted to see. I need to see some chances here. Go into the team talk, and let's ask the guys to push forward. Here we go, first highlight of the game, but it is Stuttgart with the ball. Here's Gentner to Klein, and here's a Kiesling, and Berke Ozgan's through, and he's shot wide. That should have been a goal for Stuttgart there. They should be winning 1-0. The ball is with us now. Here is Richely Bazoa. Plays through Mario Gomez, who's one-on-one with the goalkeeper. And, well, it's a save. Coming forward again now. Here's Jan Horn. He's been asking for more first-team football. Hopefully he can impress today. But half-time, there is a late highlight here in the half. Mali with a goal! Oh, he's so good at the moment. I don't know where this one's come from, but he's playing the best football he's played all save. Right at the end of the first half, ideal time to score. Yunus Mali came to me a while ago asking for more chances. I told him that he wasn't really playing well enough for it. And he said, all right, I'll prove to you that I can play, but you need to start me. He's doing it. You know, that chat with him has definitely worked. We're doing well. We're only winning 1-0 though, so we're not out of the woods yet. We're doing well. I think you can do a lot better. We weren't bad in the slightest. You know, we've been okay. Didn't create a massive amount of chances, but pleased with that. Let's take it off control now. Let's go back to standard. Let's try and hold on to this lead. If we get another goal, great. But yeah, we're doing well. Just would like to try and create a few more opportunities here. 65 minutes into the game. Could look at making a sub, but I don't think we need to just yet. Bazoa is starting to get a bit tired. I think we will take him off. 72 minutes now. Bring on Maximilian Arnold. And I'm also going to bring on... Carrillo for Gomez. He is our top scorer at the moment, I think. He might be top scorer. But, you know, with Gomez finding form again, Simon scoring as well off screen, he's kind of gone to second and third choice. Michy Batshuayi, by the way, sending him back to Chelsea. He's still not scored a goal. 83 minutes now. This game has gone quite quick, actually. Not a great deal of highlights. Only our goal and like a chance that they had. And it looks like we're going to win 1-0. We'll just make one more change. Just going to bring in an extra centre-back. and just go defensive. I guess it's going to be a 1-0 win. Only a couple of minutes of added time left. And they've gone. So it's a 1-0 win. Here we go. Blow the whistle, ref. There it is. Wolfsburg 1, Stuttgart 0. A boring game, but we won. That's fine. Defended well, controlled the midfields. I'm pleased with that. Man of the match was Bernardeschi, setting up the goal by Mali, so that's good. 7.7 in the end for him. Mali, I'm happy that he's found his form. I wasn't sure what to do with him. He could easily have been sold in January, but he's come through for me now. It's taken a while, but it looks like what he needed was a run of starts in the team to really build up his confidence. That seems to have worked. Next up, we've got Milan. It's at San Siro. The home game ended in a 1-1 draw. So on paper, this is the toughest game in our group in theory. So we'll see what happens. We haven't lost in our group yet, but it's going to be a tough one, definitely. Okay, so AC Milan versus Wolfsburg. As I said, the other game ended in a draw. They got a 4-3-1-2. See, Jan Horn's morale was right down now as well. And if he wants to go public, then there's no way he's playing. So Rodriguez is going to start. Now, of course, we've got ineligible players that can't play, so we'll have to get rid of those as well. Chaglar's going to come back in. I'm going to start him, actually. Going to play him in place of Bruma. Actually, no, Bruma did really well last game round. I don't want to change a great deal. In terms of fitness, we're doing fine. The conditioning is brilliant. I think that's going to be the only change I make. This team is doing very well at the moment. We'll need to change a couple of things on the bench, though. Blazhkovsky's going to come back in, and then we need to put Batshuayi on the bench because Osimhen is not available for this competition. Also, as it's the Europa League, Diego Benaglia will play in goal. Gustavo's back, so we can bring him back in. Let's get rid of Batshuayi, actually. I'll give Horn a place on the bench. That is going to be it. Gustavo's on, Arnold's on, Blazhkovsky and Tepper on. Can we fit Didavi in today? I don't think so. I think what we'll do with Didavi is until he's match fit, we'll have him with the second team. Let's do that. Team talk's gone okay. Not too bad at all. We're doing well. Hopefully we can get a good result here. It's Milan away though. This is going to be tough. In fact, what was their team? I didn't even look at it. So it's a 4-3-1-2. Donnarumma in goal, of course. Antonelli, Romagnoli, Gomez and Abate, I think was the same back four we placed earlier. Bertolacci, Soler and Kuka in midfield. Those three I'm not too familiar with. Sosa and Niang and Ben Yedder. Carlos Bacca's on the bench, as is Paletta, Vigolo, Vangioni, Luan, of course Diego Lopez as well. First highlight here still, Ben Yedder has a shot saved by Benaglia. First chance of the game goes Milan's way. If we can beat Milan today, we should be finishing top of our group. And they've scored Romagnoli with the goal. No, Sosa actually. Sosa got the goal, sorry. 15 minutes in, we have gone down 1-0. From the corner by Bertolacci, it was a header by Mbaye Niang. And Sosa with a free header at the far post. I mean, our defenders didn't even move. That's disappointing defending from the corner. Their set pieces seem to be a weakness of ours. Going to change to a more fluid style, seeing as we are away from home. Not a single shot yet for us, though. We need to try and remedy that. Shoot on sight, go for the early crosses. Let's try and turn up the tempo. We're going to play a bit balanced. Going to go a bit deeper, though, with the defensive line. Not going to close down as much. Let's turn them on. There we go. Few tactical changes. Hopefully that'll improve the game for us. But say so far Milan very much on top. Here we go. We do have possession here. 36th minute of the game. Here is Yunus Mali to Richely Bazoa. Now Rodriguez to Mouni Ayin. He's dispossessed though by Kuka. And now Sosa for Milan. Here is Abate. Now of course their fullbacks are going to be pushing forward. So do we exploit the flanks? That might be an idea. And it's gone in again. 2-0. Ben Yedder this time with the goal. This isn't going too well today. We are 2-0 down. Not even at half time yet. Soler with the ball out to Abate, the right back. And then, I mean, that's calamitous defending again. Ben Yedder with a nice easy goal. Defending has been very poor so far. And at half time, we need to have the big team talk here because we're 2-0 down. As it stands, we're not going to be finishing top of our group. 2 minutes left of the half. Here is Kuko to Sosa. Bertolacci to Niang. And Gilavogi with it now. Benaglia forward. Christian Trask on this now. Bernardeschi. Back to the right back. Here's Bazoa. Trask again. This is good possession play, but we're not going forward here. There's an interception. We've lost again. Bertolacci looking for Niang. And now it's a penalty. Trask right on the corner of the box. And now it's a penalty. Ben Yedder's already scored once today. He can make it 3-0 before half-time here if this goes in. Benaglio's in goal. Can he save the penalty? He can, and he holds it as well. Great save there, but this is not going well for us. We need to try and attack because we need some goals. It's half-time. I've got to go aggressive with that team talk because I'm not happy at all. They're looking a bit stressed, but we need to try and fire them up. This hasn't gone well at all today. We have not controlled the game in the slightest. I've gone very assertive and aggressive with this team talk. Right, what can we do with this team talk? The crossing has been awful. We're not going to exploit anything. We're going to try more direct, pump it into the box. I'm going to stay deep though. I'm going to just go deeper. Play as wide as we can. Close down more, get stuck in. Let's turn that off. In fact, we are going to exploit the flanks and let's go for the crosses. Come on, second half. Need to see some improvement. So far, we've been very poor in this game. Only 2 shots and not one of them was on target. Okay, we have a corner here. Mali takes it. It's not great. It's not even got past the first man. And now Abate is just making the run of his life. He's gone all the way. He's eventually tackled by Gilavogi. And now we need to clear it here. It's not even over now. Kuko, Munio ain't going for it. It's Abate. It's 3-0. What is Abate doing that far forward? This has been awful today. Milan have completely destroyed us. Like, Abate was the furthest man forward. That should not be happening. I'm sorry, but that's just unacceptable. Right. What can we do here? Right. Let's get an extra man in midfield. Let's try that. So, Mali's going to come off. We're going to bring on Luis Gustavo, I think. We'll play him as the box-to-box. Also, I'm going to bring on Blatchikovsky for Bernadeschi. Because, yeah, it's just not gone well for us today at all. If our goal difference is going to be bad, I mean, head-to-head wise, we can't beat Milan. So we're going to be second nonetheless, unless we get a draw here somehow. But there's no way they're coming back for this. There's half an hour left. We're losing 3-0. This has been a dreadful performance. It really has. Worst of the season, probably. 3-0. Last 10 minutes of the game pretty much now. And like I said, we've not been in this game at all. Muniain there's just been no creativity at all. We haven't had a single shot on target today. We've been very, very disappointing. Awful. Just awful. Not happy with the result in the slightest. Just absolutely terrible. Okay, so it's second place then. There's no way we can come back now. You know, head-to-head wise, they're better than us now. So the last game against Poznan was a dead rubber. That was really, really rubbish. I didn't enjoy that. Just... Was it 4 shots, 0 on target? Yeah. They completely destroyed us. Abate just wrecked us on that side. I mean, who was he against? He was against Rodriguez, so maybe Horn should be starting over him. Rodriguez with a poor game. Alright, so off screen, we've got Leipzig and Darmstadt. We've got a dead rubber against Lech, Bremen and Union Berlin in the DFB Pokal. So I think we will pick it up after that, and then we'll have a home game against Leverkusen and then the away game against Mainz. Actually, we're just going to do Leverkusen next episode because after that we have our winter break. I don't want to do that cup game because, you know, it should be an easy win. If we get further in that cup, if we get to a semi-final, I'll start showing them. But for now, we're not going to do that. So just the one game next episode. It's going to be Leverkusen. And then after that, we'll have a look at... I don't think we'll be able to sign anyone. I don't think we'll need to sign anyone, really. We haven't got a lot in the transfer budget. So I think the key thing there is going to be keeping our best players and trying to sell some dead weight, because the Jagger's still here. He's putting a hole in the wage budget, not a big one, but he's dead wood. He needs to go. Also, I think Sviatchenko's been a bit of a failed experiment, hasn't really played a great deal, so he might move on. Rodriguez is going to be a subject of interest again, I think, and you know, if we get a good offer for him, then he may well be off as well. He's still got that release clause of 26 million, so if that's triggered, then he could go. But that is going to do it for today. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you leave a like down below, leave comments, and if you want to see videos as and when they turn up on YouTube, do hit that subscribe button. It was on winning a loss today. An awful loss, 3-0, not great. Hopefully we can remedy that next episode. We'll get a couple of wins against Leverkusen and Mainz. We'll see what happens. Thank you for watching. Hopefully I will see you then. Goodbye.